All right, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome to the New York session. I hope you're doing well. I think time has changed. UK has entered the winter time, so our clock has gone backwards 1 hour. Hence, probably some of you might have expected the live session to start an hour earlier, but for some reason that couldn't happen. And the reason being UK is now using the winter time, so which is the GMT. Okay, so going forward, this is the time that I will be doing the live session. It starts from 1 p.m. GMT rather than 1 p.m. UTC. Okay, we are no more using the UTC. Let's start with the dollar index as usual. So with the dollar index, we are still bullish. I wanted to see this fair value gap here, this one. I wanted to see them close above, and it kind of struggling. But on the lower time frame, on the H4, they have closed above it. But I wanted to see the daily actually close above it. That would have been the best case scenario. So the only thing saving the upside right now is the is this fair value gap here. Okay, that's what is saving price to go up. If it wasn't for this fair value gap, then I would say price will come back down again. But since we have this nice fair value gap here, we would expect them to go back to the 99.56 level, meaning that this week we are bullish. Okay, so I'm still bullish, favorable to the upside. First objective is going to be the previous week high, which is here. Then the next objective is going to be the 99.56. Okay, so yeah, we are looking for higher prices on the dollar index. So on the lower time frame, you can see we had price taking out the Asian session low, and it's currently rejecting. Watch the up candle over here. Watch this up candle over here. We want to see price trade through that. As soon as we get that, you can start looking for your buy ideas. Let me take some of these lines off. Let me sync this one here. Okay, so we're expecting that higher prices. On the euro, I'll be expecting lower prices. Same thing. This fair value gap. Now on the euro, that's what I think it gives us confidence. They've closed through this one here. Okay, and then we have this one still open. That makes it more quote unquote best in terms of the price structure. It makes this one the best for a continuation to the downside, and because of that, I have confidence in the dollar that will go back up again, because euro is confirming the structure. We've closed through this, we have this one open, we don't have any gap open on this side, hence we will be looking for price to go down. Okay, so look for, I'll probably wait. Okay, that would be the advice. I'll probably wait for this down candle to lose its way, and then I'll look for a continuation to the downside. So instead of looking for sell right now for this week, wait for price to do something like this, then you sell with this pullback. Okay, don't sell where we are. It's not advisable, because we have this landing gap. It can use it and continue going up, so just be patient, let them lose that, then a pullback, then you sell. It will give you more room to the downside. Okay, so that is that. British pound, I'm expecting that to also continue going down. Same thing, they've traded through this fair value gap, so that's a good thing. We had one gap here, and we had another one here. They actually traded to this one on Friday, rejected, broke down. So I see this as a pullback, and I'm expecting them to go down. So maybe we might have the, let me go to the 15 minutes time frame. We might have British pound trade idea from here back down for now, which is to attack the previous week low. So that would be the, I'll say, the trade idea that looks kind of ready for a Monday, because they've already gone up, and it's because they've broken this low. Okay, so this high to this low, this is a pullback, and then I'll expect them to go down. Maybe a partial profit below the landing session low, that'll be good as well. Okay, so let's see. I think this one will be a good one. There's another good trade that is happening. Let me go and see. This one too. I think they are going to go for this high, and the market has taken out this swing low and immediately rejected and closed above this down candle. So the dollar yen has a potential setup over here with a stop and aiming for this high. Okay, that, so entry is this candle opening price, and then aiming for that high. Okay, and it can continue going beyond that, but for now that would be the ideal. So this trade and that trade, those are the two setups that today can, you know, give some pips. And then we also have the euro pound, which I think I did set it up. We had a nice impulse leg away. All of, I think, the last 2 weeks I've been saying we are going for 0.87510, and last week they got almost close to it. This is something that usually happens because most of the time when they are approaching a high or a low, they engineer the equal high. Sometimes they can, come as close as 1 pip and then move away and even take out some stops before coming back for them. Meaning that when price is approaching a high, you need to be really careful. Don't chase it there, because if you chase it there, they might pull back and then eventually go back up there. So looking at this is a nice impulse leg from the New York session, and it created an auto block on the 1 hour time frame. Let me go here, daily. Let me go here on the 1 hour. We have a 1 hour auto block over here, this one, which is the New York session auto block. So we've opened and we've traded down for the day, so I want to see them reject and go back up, and that will be suitable for the sell on the pound. Okay, so that is that for the euro pound. Now let's go to gold. Gold, I made mention that they will be coming for that weekly low, which if you go over here, last week that was where I mentioned they were going to go to that 3998 level. It did pull back up, but I was still expecting that to happen because price will move, or price is always moving for something. Okay, price is always moving for something. It's not moving because it wants to move. It moves because it's looking for something. Okay, so if it's coming down, what is it really coming for? Okay, when price is coming down, what is it really coming for? It's coming for a low. When price is going up, what is it really going for? It's going for a high. So on the weekly time frame, what is the nearest low? As it stands, we have this one here. So last week low, which is this, it's likely 200% likely to be taken. And then the other one, the first one, which was last week's target, that's what I was looking for. Now they can take that and then reject and go up. The reason being, they've gone up for several days. Okay, price has been going up, several weeks. So this was always possible that they will print maybe 1 or 2 down candles to reaccumulate. Okay, so they will print 1 or 2 down candles to reaccumulate or to buy more and then resume going up. That will all depend on how price will react off from this fair value gap. Okay, so let's see how the market will react from here. Hence, for now, you're looking for a move to attack that low. Now, if you're already short, then keep it, because I think they are likely gonna go into that gap. Okay, price is likely gonna go into that fair value gap. So if you're already short, then keep it. If you are not, I think it will be very difficult because it's very low. If you want to sell, maybe a pullback into this London fair value gap, that's when I think you only dip into it just slightly and then reject it. That's the only place that sells are welcome. So looking at this, maybe it might not come back up again, maybe it will, I don't know. Today is Monday. I'm not really a big fan of trading on Mondays, but I've given you what is possible. So leave, if you are not already short, my advice would be leave the gold market alone and then focus on the British pound, the euro pound, and then the dollar yen. Okay, those are the three in my opinion favorable. Gold is not the best right now because of its proximity to this fair value gap. Okay, because they can dip in, reject immediately, and start going out. Let's actually have a look on the daily. Looking at the daily, yeah, it depends on how price will basically trade inside this fair value gap. Okay, if they go in and then reject immediately, that can cause price to go up. But this will be maybe a rough guess that they might be coming lower than that. Okay, it's a rough guess. They might be coming lower than that. But like I said, it depends on how we trade here. If we can get maybe one aggressive candle and then one more closing through it, any pullback, you're gonna sell short to continue going down. But looking at this is the last area of accumulation and it's still active. They've not managed to break it yet. So it's either they'll break it, pull back, go down, or they'll take out the low, reject, and then continue going higher. That is something to wait and see. So I'm gonna be patient. You too, be patient. Use the ones that I've given. They are the best. They are the high probability setups going on right now. Let's go to crude oil. So crude oil, same thing. I think last week I made mention this is where I want to sell short. That's the 70.5 level. Okay, it's not an actual fixed level. So this week being a different week, they will likely form a high of the week. Now you don't have to sell straight away like this. You can wait for them to get up there, give a confirmation that price is going down, then you get engaged. Okay, you can wait for them to get up there. Once they get up there, then you wait for them to give a confirmation. How will that happen? It's gonna happen by maybe one time of the day. Day of the week. So the day of the week will be either like tomorrow or Wednesday, latest by Thursday. It doesn't matter when anyway, because we're just gonna be waiting and then we will see what price will do. So if it's gonna be Tuesday, then maybe today will end and then tomorrow will go up and then we get something like this. If it's gonna be Wednesday, then maybe tomorrow will do this and then Wednesday will do that and then we go down. If it's gonna be Thursday, then we have this, have that, Wednesday, and then Thursday, something like this. Then we go short. Okay, so patient, let price get up there and then we look for the sell. I really love this. It's setting up, in my opinion, for a potential seasonal move, which is we are likely gonna come back down. So we might have something like this, and then because on the higher time frame is bullish, we will get that as of January. So that January seasonal oil move is what I'm gonna be anticipating, because everything is pointing to that. Now what do I mean by this? When price is about to reverse, okay, it will show signs of accumulation, which is this one here, this one. This was a sign of a break in market structure and we should have gone up from here, but price is failing to do that. Now when price fails to do that, it means that this low here is an engineered liquidity. The moment price taps that, you're gonna see an acceleration of a reversal, and usually this whole move is where the buying takes place. Okay, this whole move is where the buying takes place. So this will become an auto block. Okay, so when you see price dropping and forming this type of price formation, maybe something like this, okay, in here you're gonna see that price movement, and then it'll come back down to take out the low, which is over here, and then a quick rejection to go up, which will be this candle. That will create this candle as an order block, the last down candle prior to the move up, which is basically this one here. Okay, so on the higher time frame, let me go to the higher time frame. So you see, this will be the monthly, this will be the 3 months. So on the 3 months, we're gonna get this candle to be something like that, and then the very next one, which is January, February, March, because this will be 3 months, we might get a candle like this. Okay, mark today's date is what, 27th of October. So write that down, and then January, by February we'll come back, and then we see if what I was saying was true or not. Okay, so with that said, you're gonna be patient, let them go up, and then we expect them to go down. Okay, let's move on to ES. Now ES has jumped up to the first target, which is the projection that I did, which was the 6887 level. We actually gapped up into it, so we will look for a continuation to the next one, which is the 6980 level. Hence, sit tight, wait. I think they might come back into this gap and then continue. Okay, like I said, this is a time of the year that if you are a stock trader, if you are a indices trader, this is the time. Okay, it happens every year, and this year is no different. I like the fact that they dropped into the gap and then rejected. Fortunately or unfortunately, my trade has taken the profit, so I'm now looking for another entry. I should have left it, to be honest. I should have left it, but you know, when the money is there, you need to take it sometimes. So I took the profit, but I'll be expecting another entry, maybe a pullback into this gap just to rebalance, and then I'll take another trade. I'm targeting the 618 level. So this is 127 extension of this move down. This is the 168, and this is the 2% or one. We call it one standard deviation of this move to the downside. One standard deviation is up here. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. And from the 3 months perspective, oops, not that one. From the 3 months perspective, this is extremely bullish. Okay, even on the monthly perspective, this is extremely bullish. However, when we get to January, that might cause price to pull back. So we are only looking for October to December move to the upside, and then maybe January we might get a pullback. We are above a swing high, which is this one here. Hence, we might get a pullback, which is basically January. But for now, or towards the end of December, for now, we are considering only higher prices. Okay, so sit tight. Maybe this New York session, let price pull back. When it does, we look for the long, and then we continue going up. Okay. All right. Now let's shift our attention to the crypto market. Let's go and look at what the crypto market is doing. So as you can see, last week we did call this reversal, right? That we didn't want to see the market close below this low, because if we did, then the bulls are in trouble. We would have been coming lower, but we didn't, and you can see the effect of it now. This is how I learned. Okay, I learned some patterns. I learned some observation. I observed price, and I saw it several times that if price was going to go down based on that wick here, this wick and this candle, based on that wick, had we closed below, that is a serious signs of bearishness. Okay, and you can go and look at examples. You can go and look for examples, because I use it for confirmations, so I know if we had closed below this, that would have been a problem, but now we are back above it, so that is looking great so far. Next thing is, now that we've closed bullish last week, this week should continue. Okay, we do not want this week to take out last week high and then drop and close below an up candle. Let's listen closely. We do not want to see like we are above previous week high. That is fine, but we don't want to see price come all the way back down and close below this low, or even this candle's high. We don't want that. Preferably, we should be closing a bullish candle to leave a gap. That would be the best. So today, we want today's candle to close bullish, or not to even close below this candle's low. If we don't close below this, that will create a fair value gap, and that would be a good thing, because that fair value gap will serve as a support for price to continue going higher. Okay, so in my opinion, patient for today's candle to close to see if we can leave a fair value gap here, so that price can use that as a support to take price higher. Okay, so again, patient. Let price show you. All right, do not follow I don't know, the social media, because everybody is thinking it's going up. Yes, it's likely to, but we don't want them to close. So maybe on the H4, you can see that we have over here a nice fair value gap with this down candle. So that might be where price will get to and then reject and then start going back up again. Okay, so yeah, let's see if price can get here and then reject and then start going back up again. Now with that, like I said, Ethereum will also go up. So let me go back to the daily. Ethereum should do the same thing. We want them to leave a fair value gap, because that fair value gap will act as what? Support to send price back up again. Solana, same thing. We don't want them to close below this was Saturday, close below Saturday's low. Ripple, same thing. You can see Ripple was also able to close above previous week high. That's a very positive thing to see. That means we can drop down into a fair value gap to form the low of the week and then resume going up. So this one can drop in here. It doesn't have to close, but it can drop in here, reject, and then tomorrow we expand back up again. Okay, something like this, then go up, and then go up. Okay, all right, so that is that for the Ripple. This was amazing. I was observing this pair over the course of the weekend, and it was doing some amazing job, which is 2 days of straight maybe 15% move. I think this one was 15%. This one was, I think, roughly 10% move for the day. Okay, So positive, we are going back up again, because on the monthly time frame, this has rejected the previous month low, and we have a weekly close above that. That is a huge positive sign, right? So again, this can come in here and then resume going up. So buying on hype, buying hype. In terms of trade ideas on the cryptos, hype will be the best for buy, and then Ripple, okay, for buys. Hype and Ripple are great for buys if you like to buy. AI16 also did amazing. I think that was on Saturday. It did great movement. Now we do have a fair value gap over here, so we're supposed to stay above it. So we don't want to see the market close below 0.62. We should stay in there and then resume going up. So that will likely be somewhere right in here. So that would be the main area to focus on. Maybe in future I'll talk about this very thing. When you look at a fair value gap, what should you be paying attention to? Because when you look at a fair value gap, sometimes you are wondering what should I do? Okay, where and what should I do? And the answer is focus on where the gap is within the gap. So it's a gap within the gap, especially with currencies. We do gap within gap with time of the day. So you might see a gap on the daily, but inside that daily gap, it's only the time of the day which is relevant. So the whole entire day, you have two sessions that are relevant. You have the London and the New York. So if you go into the London, back above this last up candle here, that is a positive sign. Okay, that means we are coming back up. Okay, we are going back up. So I think Chachki is likely gonna continue going up. If I think that was the cheapest that it can ever go. If you didn't buy some, we will probably go and rebalance all of this and potentially go beyond that. And this crypto is crazy that sometimes it can go 50% up in a day. So I wouldn't be surprised to see big candles forming. Currently it's 18%, right? But it can go beyond that. So now that we are above this last up candle prior to this move down, we are likely gonna go up. So buying Chachki will be also a positive thing. So Chachki, hype, and Ripple will be the go-to for today on the crypto side. And then on the currency side, okay, I think we had a big move away from that level already, so that's a good thing. Pound, euro pound, and then dollar yen. All right, okay, so pretty much that is all I have for today. I think I will see you same time tomorrow for another session. Don't forget about the time. It's not the same as last week. Time has changed, especially for those of you that are probably in Europe. You need to check your time, because most times have changed. Those in the States, your time will probably sink back again, because right now we have changed our time, but your time is still the same. And I think in 2 weeks time or in a week's time, it will sink back to be the same. Okay, your time will come back to be the same as 5 hours difference. So the EST will go back to being 5 hours different. Right now it's 4 hours, but I think it's just for the next 1 week or the next 2 weeks, and then they will change it back to 5 hours again. Okay, so for the next 2 weeks, the time is not 9 a.m. EST, but rather 8 or let me check it. Let me double check. What time is it right now? In order not to give false information. Okay, so it's 9:50. 9:50. Yes. Yeah, so it's 9 a.m. That's weird. Okay, I see. I'll find out. I'm not quite sure. This time change is just messed up. This time change is messed up. So, you know what? Just turn up this time of the day, and then you see me doing a live session. That's all you need to know for those in the States. Okay, and for those the rest of the world, Ghana, Nigeria, South Africa, wherever you are, just double check UK right now, our time. Okay, it's now 1:52. So double check with yours, and we were gonna start my time 1 p.m. Okay. All right, so that's it. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you same time tomorrow, 1 p.m. And yeah, take care of yourselves. See you soon.